Hello guys, this is RBI Grade B syllabus in front of you. So today we are going to discuss a new topic which is related to the globalization, but it will be not a core RBI Grade B topic. So it will actually related to the NABARD topic. So this is a NABARD syllabus in front of you, and you can see there is a one keyword called globalization of economy, right? And you know that agriculture is very important in NABARD. So question can be framed that what is the effect of globalization on the agriculture, right? So today we are going to discuss what is the effect of globalization on the agriculture, and in next lecture we will discuss what is the effect of globalization on the Indian economy. So let's start. So this is answer in front of you. So see, this is a definition. As you can see that in the introduction, what you can start with the definition of globalization. That globalization is a process of growing interconnectedness and interdependence in economic, social, and political sphere with free movement of people, product, ideas, and the capital. And here is a mnemonic. With the help of mnemonic, you can memorize this definition of globalization. That globalization is a process of growing interconnectedness and interdependence in PSE, means political, social, and economic sphere with free movement of PPIC, people, product, ideas, and capital. So memorize this definition; it will help you. Next, I said that earlier also that you have to supplement your definition or data with some means if you are starting an introduction with some data, then either supplement with example, because supplementing with example is very good. So for that there is one example. So suppose a global question is in a negative tone, so you can use this I would say example, and if the question is in positive tone, then you can use this positive example. So let's see what is the example here. So the negative example is so the women silk spinners of Bihar lost their job. Why they lost job? Because Chinese and the Korean silk yarn entered the market. Weavers and the consumers prefer this yarn as it is somewhat cheaper and has a shine. So this is the negative aspect of globalization, that the women silk spinners of the Bihar lost their job. Why? Because the yarn of the Chinese and the Korean comes into the Indian market, and because of that that yarn was cheaper compared to the yarn produced by the Bihar women. That's why they lost the job. This is the negative effect of globalization. And second one, you can use the positive one, like geographical indication tag. So it's a trademark of any region got recognition due to globalization. Example like Darjeeling tea, various silk products. So you can use the example of GI tag, that because of globalization, GI tag got a recognition at the international level, and it helps the local economy. So you can use example based on the question. As I said earlier, that if a question is in positive tone, then you can use the positive example. If it is in negative, then negative example. Depends on question. But this definition is like you can use this definition for any kind of question. So you just memorize this definition. So let's go. Now these are some positives. See, these are related to only agriculture. Okay, so this will be helpful for the NABARD aspirants mainly, and we will in the next video we will see about what are its implication, what is the implication of globalization on the Indian economy. So let's start. So what are the positives? So the first positive is the increase in the income of farmers. Okay, so transition to the cash crops like tobacco and cotton, high demand in international market due to contract farming culture, show income for farmers. So these are the reasons that why increase in income of farmers. This happened due to the globalization. You can frame your answer. Next one is agricultural mechanization, transfer of technology, learning from other countries. Like, so you can take the example like India Israel Center of Excellence. It was in news also. Using example is very good for your answer. Next one is increase in exports. New market scope of exports has increased. As you know that India's exports are increased by 17%, and India's target of agricultural exports has also been doubled to 60 billion. You can use this in your answer also. Next one is research and development. Globalization has helped the research and development, so that new varieties of crops has been formed, and it is helping to tackle climate change also. So you can write like that. Next one is the feminization of agriculture. Men started migrating to the cities, females started doing agriculture. So this is actually a new phenomenon happening in the agriculture currently. That men are started migrating to cities for working in industries, and female are taking charge of the fields. So you can also use this point in your answer, that this is also one of the positive, that women are started taking part in the economic activities. Yes, they are taking part in agricultural activities, but yes, it is a start. So it is a positive for our economy. There are some negatives also. Second one is the prices of fertilizers and pesticides. Recently, the price of fertilizers and pesticides increased due to the increase in the international prices. Hurts the farmer, overall profit decrease. You can take the recent example of Russia-Ukraine war also. Due to the war, the prices of fertilizers are increasing, and this is happening because of globalization, as we know that the whole world is connected with each other. Next thing is the WTO agreement on agriculture. So WTO forces India to stop giving subsidies to the farmers, and this will have a bad impact on the farmers' income. You know that the government of India is giving lots of subsidies in terms of electricity, MSP, MSP, so subsidies to the sugarcane industry, sugarcane farmers. So, and WTO is trying to stop those subsidies. So because many countries are complaining about India in the WTO, that's why. That is one of the negative of globalization. Second one is the increased competition in the market. Dumping of agriculture products decreases the price of products. The market price of the farmer products get decreased due to dumping sometimes. Next one is the vicious debt trap and the farmer suicides. The capitalist mindset of lenders forces farmers to either auctioning of land or suicide. This is due to vicious debt trap that the farmer suicides. Actually, Maharashtra, and you can see you know that in the Maharashtra, the farmer suicide rate is very high. Next one is the agricultural patent controversy. I think this controversy happened a few years back. Related to PepsiCo and Gujarat potato farmers issue, and it happens frequently, this kinds of controversy. So you can mention that this is also a negative of globalization. Next, at the end, you have to conclude your answer. You can conclude with goal number 17, like sustainable development goal number 17 stresses upon mutual partnership and trust among nations. You can also use the example of doubling farmer income. That's why globalization is important if the question is in positive tone. And you can, so these are some data you can use in your conclusion. So this was all about the globalization and its effect on the agriculture. In the next video we will see its effect on the Indian economy. So for now, bye.